Howdy folks, welcome to the 3D Sapiens Road Show. So ready to leave the meadow here as the sun is falling. And I was going to show you some of the road behind us as I'm driving down it. Just to kind of see what some of these roads are like. But something I wanted to point out real quick, and here's a good place to do it because the light is failing and it's going to be really dark in there. But see all this mottled stuff? All these little dots on the car? Okay, that's where these little drops of sap have hit, and then at the campsite there's always dust during the day. So the dust settles on the sap and you get these little dots. That's the kind of sap I'm talking about that ends up on, okay, that's from sitting under like trees. So if these guys spend much of their time under the trees, they're going to get that sap all over themselves and their feet and whatever, especially walking around on it, which is where all that stuff from earlier today, because it's still, by the way, what is it today? Monday? Oh, Monday, October 21st? Something like that. Anyway, so, Mr. Bigfoot, anything to add before I sign off for now? See you in 2 days, okay? 2, the sun comes up, 1, again, 2 days, I'll be back at my campsite, okay? See you there. Anyway, so I'm just going to pause this thing here and then pick it up on the road once we're underway and I can figure out how to sit this thing, because there's times when I'm probably going to need both hands. But anyway, stay tuned. Also, the battery's dying. Hold on. Alright, and we are rolling. Oh, it's so much nicer with light. I was walking through here with a flashlight that was pretty much dead. That's the one thing about LEDs, I'll give them this. Incandescent flashlights, like the little mag lights, which I use sometimes, especially like hand warmers, because they use up so much energy. Anyway, LEDs, they last for like a couple of days. If I want to take off and leave a little light in my tent, I just leave one that's dying, and it still gives a little light. Whereas incandescents, mag lights, for example, in 2-3 hours, boom, they're done, and they use it all up, and it's gone. I was hoping to get to the stream, because that's that would be the fun part here. And I'm going way quicker than I want to go right now, because this road gets really, really bad here in a minute. On the other way, it's not even passable right now. I can't even go the other way. I have to retrace my route, which is a pain, because it would be a lot shorter if I could go the other direction. So there you go. There you go. Anyway, this is where Sue Buddy earns her keep. She's like, yeah, whatever, this is cool. See, there's some places where it's really nice, and then all of a sudden it's like speed bump after speed bump after speed bump after speed bump after speed. I mean, like continuously, where I have to be real careful which route I take so I don't tear anything out. But okay, so by the way, that sapling right there, my guess is that's a marker. My guess is there's a trail right there. It's getting to the point where I can pick these trails out while I'm driving along, especially. Okay, now wait a minute. I gotta avoid going in the lake and falling off the cliff. See, this is one of my real fun parts right here. Go off the cliff. Don't go off the cliff. Don't go off the cliff. Don't go off the cliff. Okay, das ist gut, ja. Okay, so here's a creek. I will withhold the name for the time being. It's a shy creek. They didn't want to be mentioned. And I think it's not too deep that I really have to worry about. I was a little worried about it coming through, but it's not bad. Oh, good. So we made it to here. So I hope. Let's see, rocks. Man, that is messy. Trying to walk across that thing and stay dry. That was a trick, because there's not a whole lot of dry rocks going all the way across. This is where it's like speed bump after speed bump. And so you can either fall off the cliff, or you can go over a small hill. Battle of isn't that one of the famous Muslim battles? No, that was Kadesh. Sorry. See, this is where Sue Buddy's like, yeah, yeah, woo! Reminds me of my second son, Ben, when we were in Thailand. We rented a Jeep to go across Phuket, and it was something like that. And my wife and I were a little worried. Look back, you guys all right back there? And Ben's like, yeah! It's like, okay. I guess he's all right. Okay, Sue Buddy, you running okay? Yeah, temperature's good. I wish I had more dials. Okay, so how's that? All right. So somewhere in here is where I talked to Mr. I don't know if he was hoaxing me or if he was trying to figuring out. You know, he recognized who I was and assumed that wherever I was, there must be some Bigfoots around, and so he was just trying his whatever that was, warble owl thing. But thank you again. It helped. So I would have been across this ravine on the other side. You would have done it around here somewhere. And it just helped clarify to me that you can really, really tell the difference between a human and a Bigfoot. And those of you who have heard Bigfoots, I'm sure you're like, yeah. So here's nice. The car feels so nice. Everything stops vibrating for a moment. And then you get back to okay, and you don't fall down the cliff. So all in all, it's a really fun thing here. Okay, some of the stuff, okay, this was not Bigfoot pissed off trying to block the highway. This is natural. Some of the stuff is, I know what's natural and I know what's not. Oh yeah, let me focus here for a moment and see if I see any more indicators. Crossing that ravine, it's a choke point, so there wouldn't have been anything any closer than the one that I pointed out right as we were coming up on the creek. Other ones would start somewhere right around in here, I'm guessing. So I'm very, very busy right now, but I'm going to see if I can see first of all, where I came out, which I think is right about in here, I think. I'm pretty sure it's back in here. I'm going to come back another time where I can have daylight to go take some more pictures of this, because I saw a bunch of feces samples right, oh, and I love this little wall. Whoa, that's not Bigfoot's work, that's miners or something from back in the day. I'm guessing this is a Bigfoot trail going right up here, just from the way it's worn. I'd have to look at the prints. It could be deer, but I don't think so. They don't tend to go up things like that. Oh, here's another speed bump after speed bump place, and this one is, I gotta be real, let me see here. Okay, sweetie, you're gonna get scraped a little bit. Sorry. Okay, slow. Alright. Everything still intact. That looks like a marker sapling right there. The bent over dead one. Whoa, hold on. Drive. Oh, and anywhere where there's rock formations, you can pretty much guarantee Mr. B's been around. Yeah, see, there's where it's matted down. See, I'm gonna have to get out of the car anymore. You can see where it's matted. Deer are not gonna go up there. Bear, no. That's Mr. B's, I don't know, hangout part of the time. And here we're kind of straddling the border of the park. It's like in and out of the park, forest. You see the signs all over the place. So generally, but there's another worn down area, which I can pretty much tell you that's another trail. See, what was that, 50 yards? Sometimes they're that close together. Other times there's choke points like those ravines where, uh-oh. We got another minefield I gotta go through. How did I do this one again? This way. Don't hit the tree, don't hit the tree, don't hit the tree, don't hit the tree. Close enough. Don't go off the cliff. Don't hit the boulder. Oh, Meadow. Hold on. Okay, anybody want bet me $1 million or whatever, any amount? Whoa, hold up. I will bet anybody any amount that. Oh, and this is a big meadow. That around this meadow, based on what I've seen so far, it's like 2 acres to. Oh, I would guess offhand I'd probably find a dozen bowers around this meadow, small to big. That's how many there are in this area and how easy it is to figure out. I'm kind of sorry, I'm looking for trails and trying to drive and trying to talk. If I had to throw in chewing gum, I'd... Oh, there's a worn trail. I don't know what that is, but it's something worn. See, that's all it takes. Then it goes around a corner, and then boom, you know you're on a Bigfoot trail. But again, there's game trails occasionally, but not much. Most of the trails around here are Bigfoots. So, if they do have the gathering in this area, I'm guessing. Okay, now car, whatever. That's like a wild camping area. But I'm guessing a lot of them subsist on the manzanita. But they could strike from here, from this whole area here. They could strike from Wawona to Oakhurst, easy, in a day's walk and back, or night's foraging or whatever. Plus all the critters along the highways and the roads and the back roads and the forest roads and all these people. Oh, I lost my puppy to the coyotes. No, sorry, it's probably Mr. Bigfoot. So, hold on, my field. I gotta focus here. Keep an eye out for Mr. B while I'm driving for me, okay? Let me know if you see anything. It's the last thing I can do is worry about the background. But you never know. That's probably how it's gonna happen. They're gonna, first of all, that noise, man. I threw an apple. Before I left. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, what are we going over? Okay, don't ground out. Good. Yes, thank you. Better than throwing a fit, right? So I heard all this noise in the meadow. Well, look at the little chickadee guy. Doing, 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 doing. Little critter. Part of the SCAN network, Small Critter Alarm Network. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate your contribution to the alarm network. Thank you. Oh boy, where was I? See, now I'm really distracted. Okay, so we're almost over the rough part. But anyway, so this area is just lousy. And manzanita, they're probably eating the manzanita. There's critters, there's all kinds of stuff. Especially away from here, because there's no critters around here. Those little guys that can scamper up trees out of the way of Mr. B. That's about the only guys that can live out here, from what I've seen. That and the ravens that come swooping down when they're opportunists. Oh, except, you know what? I take that back. This meadow, somebody actually lives here. But I would bet you they have bowers on their property and they don't even know it. Whoever you are, contact me. I'll show you where they're at. Oh, because they're going to recognize this place. Because I'm going to be back here and I'm going to talk about something right up there. But in the meantime, I'm just kind of driving and chatting till the battery dies because it keeps threatening to die. Oh, there's a horsey. Horses, horses, horses. You're okay, buddy. I'm just passing through. I know I look like a Bigfoot, but trust me, they don't drive yet. Not that I know of, anyway. I'm not a Bigfoot. It's okay. You're okay, bud. Okay, so right across the street from these people. Oh, and here's another meadow. This is another one. I would bet you big bucks. Oh yeah. We're coming up. I'm like, okay, look at the size of this meadow. And I know there's cows and whatever during a chunk of the year, but there's. I'm sorry, car. There's a big time of the year when this place is pretty much deserted. So when you look at the size of meadows like this, I could bet you here, offhand, I don't know, at least a dozen bowers along in this meadow down here, past these people's place. Easy, a dozen meadows. So I'm thinking, okay, I mean a dozen bowers, sorry. along in this meadow. So I'm thinking, okay, there's got to be a bunch of bowers right on the other side, because that's what they do. They stay on the side. Remember, I talked about this. So they stay on the side of the meadow. Wait, in fact, that looks all worn down over there. Cows tend to stay in the middle so that critters like mountain lions and things don't attack them. Only Mr. B is brave enough to stay over by the bushes and trees and stuff over there. So I was looking at this barbed wire fence, and I'm like, they got to go over it at some point, because point A to point B, and those points down there, here's one right here. See? They could just push that log down and then step right on over it, and that's probably why it's all worn down in there. And then they've got, that's probably the trail going right up there, all worn out. Going to the other side, and they spread out once they get, remember, trails around the periphery. So once they get to the other side, or they might go around this way, because we're almost at this end. So there's probably two trails. There's like a night trail where they go across that way, and a day trail where they go around that way. That's how predictable these things are. Okay, so I'm looking to the right here as I'm driving along, because I want to see if I see any, just to show you, not that I intend to follow it, but just to show you how lousy this place is with these things. Now, these pullouts sometimes are a start, because people see the start of what looks like a trail, but it peters out to what looks like nothing. Until you see the indicator saplings a little farther beyond, and then you start seeing the pounded ground, and if you connect point A to point B with some winding, pretty soon you pick out the trail, and next thing you know, you're clipping along until you run into manzanita. Then it gets, ugh. Okay, so this meadow just got kind of choked off. And, man, I'm real tempted right now to just kind of stop for a minute. Oh, this is the area right here. Here's another place where they could cross. They could push that down, cross over, just step over it. My guess is there's bowers right on the other side over there. Probably a couple back in there. So that means there's got to be a trail. If you see a smashed down area like that, there's got to be a trail within a few yards on the other side. And especially since we're coming up where they'd be crossing in broad daylight, which they're not going to do if they can avoid it. They're going to cross under cover of some brush, and then they're going to go around, or if it's nighttime, they'll go across. So if there's any trails, they're going to be right along the side here. So we are moving along. We are moving. And the battery's still... Yeah, I expected it to die a long time ago. I was surprised he made it to the creek. Okay, so coming back to brush time, you can expect to find more trails. Now, I'm not saying any of that's Mr. Bigfoot, but he could step over the fence right there. That might explain why that thing is bent. I don't think they're stupid enough to wallow in the mud, but they might tweak that down, and that could be one of their trails, or that could be a cow trail. My guess is, though, if you want to look for Mr. Bigfoot, it's going to go up that way and head for the trees, or that way and then through in there, something like that. But that means over here on the right, bright lights. Wow, what a concept. That could be an indicator branch. I'm not sure on this one yet, so don't quote me, but sometimes instead of indicator saplings, there'll be a big branch that's been pulled and tweaked from a tree that's still living. The indicator saplings tend to be dead. Like 99% of them are dead. But occasionally they use branches, other than just clearing them out and making those little doorway thingies. Hear the squeak, squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Squeaky. I wanted to call Sue Buddy Squeaky. Well, I do kind of sometimes call her Squeaky. Squeaky, squeaky. And that's okay. Mr. Bigfoot. Any Bigfoots around? Hello? It's me. The weird guy, you know. Squeaky, squeaky. So between the harmonica and my voice and whatever, and the sound of this car, they can usually They could probably almost hear me from the campsite. That's how close I am. And especially how loud I tend to be sometimes. What's this? Okay, this is like a person trail here. Oh, very pretty. Whoa, stand in the dust. So that's wild camping, folks. That's, if you get tired of paying money and noisy neighbors and all that, holy crap, I bet you there's some back there. That's, oh man, the forest meadows, they love those. And I bet you there's rock outcroppings just past that. Oh, and we're coming up. I'm telling you, some of the forest signs are harder to read than Bigfoot signs. I'm serious. Okay, well, I'm going to sign off now because we're getting to the point where... Squeak. That's all that sap on the window makes it grind up. Whoa, holy crap, there's people? Holy whoa. Okay, yeah, okay, I know that Jeep. Alright, let me sign off here. Yeah, there's still battery, amazing. Okay, well, almost back to civilization, so I'm going to sign off for now. I may stop by that overhang. We'll see if we have light enough or not. But for now, Dan Davis signing off and trying not to hit things.